Copyright disclaimer. Under Title 17 U.S.C. Section 107, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Okay, you guys, this one is a little older than I had realized. I thought it was fairly new. It was originally published April 6, 1997, updated October 1st, 2005. But it's kind of hysterical to see this propaganda. I've got one hand in my pocket. A group of Scientologists who have moved here from Germany, are organizing to publicize the treatment that they and other Scientologists have received in their homeland. The group, which has about a dozen members, is a local chapter of the Association for Liberty and Rights of Minorities. You see the crap they do. And mind you, a lot of them, they really believe it because they're under such heavy mind control. It was formed last month in response to a growing number of sanctions. Sanctions. I wonder if that's the same as the sanctions that they do for the children that have to eat the very leftover beans that all the adults have gone through when the children are put on the RPF. Is it the same sanctions that these fools are claiming they're getting? Against Scientologists in Germany, where officials see the church cult as a subversive organization. Facts. According to the new group, other chapters of alarm have been established in the United Kingdom, Denmark, and Los Angeles. I see my country in total fear. This is the propaganda, said Christina Wolbrandt. Do wonder if these folks are still in. I'll bet you a lot of them aren't even in anymore. An alarm member who moved to Clearwater from her native Germany 3 years ago. But I want to go back and I want to change my country. You see, that's what they think. They think that they're clearing the planet. So a lot of them, like Tori Magoo or Tori Christman has stated, they do have good intentions. Some of them. If you're abusing children and you're involved in suppressing these children and auditing them, then you all can kiss my you-know-what. Wolbrandt was one of several Scientologists who said in recent interviews that they left Germany after suffering ruined careers. And numerous personal indignities. Like the children? Including losing friends, being ushered out of stores, and having bank accounts closed. See? United States needs to take some lessons from Germany. Germany knows what's up. That's time for you to wake up. Wakey, 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 wakey. That's supposed to be your, to get you out of the mind control. Today, Wolbrandt said she's a student learning how to apply Scientology. Apply Scientology. Like a course? Like a university course? Apply? In Clearwater, she has joined one of the larger concentrations of Scientologists in the world. According to the church, there are 6,000 Scientologists in Clearwater at any given time, including about 2,000 who stay temporarily for training and counseling. Wonder how many of those folks are in ethics. So apparently, Denmark is like the hub, like the center for Europe now, unfortunately. And a lot of people go to ethics in Denmark. Isn't that wonderful? Like the European flag base. Wolbrandt, who at 57 has been a Scientologist for 22 years. Yeah, it might be too late. Wonder how many children she put in ethics. Said she was forced out of an executive position at a major business teaching academy. Oh, a Scientology school? Good. Germany because of her connection with the church. Good. Ta bueno. They want to get you off your post because you are a Scientologist. Good. Not because you are bad. Well, that's synonymous, isn't it? I'm sorry. Wakey freaking wakey, folks. You got to get out. Or pay the price. Wohlbrandt and others say Scientologists have been targets in Germany for about 10 years. This is actually laughable. The same people that are threatening and intimidating children in the Scientology schools, threatening and intimidating former Scientologists. It's total narcissism, projecting what they do onto others. But the German government's actions against Scientology have become more sweeping. Bam! Good. In the past 3 years, and anti-Scientology measures have increased over the past few months. Thank goodness. In December, for example, Chancellor Helmut Kohl, I actually saw him in person when I lived in Milwaukee. Well, you know, from far distance. Announced that a federal office had been set up to monitor Scientology in Germany and keep church members out of key public jobs. This is how United States should be doing it right now. Private companies and major political parties have banned Scientologists. Good. Like they banned other people from stores and stuff the last 4 years. From their ranks as well, and efforts are underway to keep people and companies linked to Scientology away from jobs, such as counseling and teaching. Good job, Germany. A frickin' plus, bro. A plus. Deutschland. In addition, children of Scientologists have been kept out of certain schools or discouraged from attending. Yes, because they know that's how they're infiltrating. United States government, please take note. FBI, please take note. Homeland Security, please take note. Police officers, please take note. Sheriff's deputies, please take note. Private citizens, please take note. Fathers, please take note. Mothers, please take note. They infiltrate in the schools. This is by design. I can't go too deep. I don't want to, just because. Most recently, the German labor minister announced a plan to mark an S. You see what they're doing, you guys. They're trying to make it, this is what they do. It's all about inversion. It's Aleister Crowley. It's the black magic, which isn't working anymore, by the way. All this mutilating and things, it's all the black magic. Most recently, the German labor minister announced a plan to mark an S. You see who they're comparing themselves to. It makes me sick that they would do that. The measure inspired Scientology officials again to compare the German sanctions, projection, inversion, Aleister Crowley, black magic, diabolical magic, inversion of what's natural, to the Nazi actions against Jews in years leading up to the Holocaust. Can you imagine that shit, you guys? Can you imagine like what your mentality has to be to have the audacity, the what's the word my dad used to use, the gumption, the gall to say that? People that were exterminated in showers, shaved their heads, starved to death. Church officials have compared the S to the Star of David patches that Nazis required Jews to wear. I visited one of those camps. Was it Dachau? I forget which one it was. Such comparisons have sparked a separate controversy in which Scientology has been accused of over-dramatizing. That's a Scientology term. Its difficulties in Germany. No, let's change difficulties to infiltration in German schools. And in the process, besmirching the memory of 6 million Jews. Facts! Finally, Tampa Bay got something right. Killed in the Holocaust. And then you think about, I think about the farmers in Russia. Oh, what was it called? Or in the eastern countries where they basically starved them to death, just like the Irish, and then just buried them in mass graves. Yeah. Government officials, it must be a conspiracy. Government officials in Germany have branded Scientology as a totalitarian organization that is out to make money and dominate the world while masquerading as a religion. You see, Tampa Bay was all about giving Scientology this stuff, you know, like they didn't know what's going on. Scientology is based on the... Here's that same paragraph that every single media outlet uses. Every single one. Same thing. Scientology is based on the writings of its founder, L. Ron Hubbard. I believe there were more authors, and one of his wives talked about it, who taught that each person is a spirit or a thetan. And you guys watch. They never, ever, ever, ever... Hubbard knew what he was doing. He never used the word child, hardly ever. He says people or persons. That's to get out of liability. Whose problems can be solved by counseling that probes, there's that word again, the unconscious or reactive mind, and locates upsets, yeah, including 4-year-olds, just so you guys know. 4-year-olds have to go through interrogations to know what their upsets and withholds are. Isn't that great? Reaches a state of clear when those upsets have been addressed and or he or she is no longer influenced by the reactive mind. Yeah, like Hubbard ever had a grasp on any of it. Taking drugs, psychotic most of the time, couldn't even brush his teeth. He had all that money, but yet he couldn't get his teeth fixed. Oh, it just makes me sick. Birds of a feather, you guys. Scientologists also say the church's counseling or auditing can help cure physical ailments. You guys see how they don't even talk about the children getting that stuff? These evildoers know. They know. They know, they know, they know. Just like the LAPD. They know, they know, they know. LAPD. They know, they know, they know. Government critics in Germany say Scientology is a threat to democracy. That's true. They point to the often used Scientology phrase, clearing the planet. Yep. Also, Hubbard himself has proclaimed in writing that this planet is ours. You guys, if you really dig deep, you'll know. I can't go too deep. I could, but I don't think I'd get so many freaking flags. Similar wording is used in a recent fundraising brochure for Scientology's proposed multi-million-dollar superpower counseling center in downtown Clearwater. Oh, by the way, there's children doing the auditing right now. There's children probably being sexually abused. Clearwater police don't give a shit. And they're locked in those rooms, not allowed to leave. While these public Scientologists go into the flag buildings, hotels, like the Hotels of Darkness that the Danish writer just wrote a book about, which I'm going to get as soon as there's an English version. Sure enough. You always had the idea of clearing the planet, right? The brochure asked potential donors, all right, this is how we'll do it. First, we clean up all the staff with superpower, and then we use it to clean up the public. You guys see? Staff, children. And then we use it to clean up the public. Public equals sometimes children. Children. Public equals children. Staff equals children. And then we clean up the government. And that's how we'll clear the planet. Imagine that the only time, well, not the only time, but the only time there was a really huge sweep in Scientology is, to my knowledge, I mean, except for the financial fraud in France. To my knowledge, one of the only huge sweeps of Scientology, which of course the black tooth, pot belly, no haircut, fake military, occultist, lover of Crowley, didn't go to jail. But the only time was when they blatantly tried to infiltrate the government. Allegedly, right? Hint, hint. Not when children are getting ARD. Not when children are made to work 18-hour days. Not when children are denied their right to learn in a public school. Not when children are denied the right to go and play on a playground. Not when the children are oh, I don't want to cry. I can't get too upset. You guys know. And in a church publication being mailed this month, Scientologists from around the world are invited to come. That includes children, you guys, just so you know. You see how they try to be all sneaky? Around the world. Like as if As if all these fools are not sitting in these auditoriums with children, right? Children that are adults in small bodies. Everybody acting all ignorant and dumb like they don't know what the fuck is going on. Ugh. Are invited to come to Clearwater to get a glimpse of what the future on this planet would be like on the date when we have a Scientology civilization. Brian Anderson, a Scientology spokesman, prestigious executive in Clearwater, said such terms are often misunderstood. He said the church is, here we go with the misunderstood. Let it go. You're not the only ones that know how to read a dictionary. He said the church is saying, the cult, only that it wants to help create a world without war. How's it working out? We just want to know, how's it working? Huh? Are we getting ready to head into World War III? Criminality, how's that working? You guys know what's up. I mean, a lot of you do. I do. How's that working? And insanity. How about all those children that went psychotic in your buildings and either killed themselves or other people? How about that? It doesn't want to control the world. Right. They usually quote us out of context, said Johanna Ertmann, an alarm member who said her image consulting business was ruined by anti-Scientology sentiment in Germany. Ertmann, 64, said she ran a leading cosmetics company with 680 franchises and was the author of 3 books. She said she also was working with Germany's top eyewear manufacturers. Like, who cares? Who cares? And made frequent appearances on German television talk shows. In 1982, she said she came under attack by a Scientology critic in Germany whose comments about her church connections were carried in several newspapers. Good. It's called being honest. She said franchises began to back out. Facts. Fearing she was a front organization for Scientology and was giving addresses of clients to the church. Of course she was. Come on, like, it's just obvious. Wah, 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 wah. There's a big difference between a Scientologist business, wah, 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 and the Church of Scientology, Ertmann said, wah, 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 wah. The bank with which she had done business for 25 years canceled her account. Okay, I need my sound effects. Oh. I'm going to have to get a sound effect board. In 6 months, I was unable to continue, she said. So, I don't see you trying to help the children get out. Today, Ertmann and her husband, Lothar, 69, live in downtown condominium. Oh, isn't that great? Overlooking Clearwater Harbor. My husband has a pension which is giving us enough to survive, she said. The big money was lost. I don't know. She added they have not one court case where they can say we are criminals. So they're still Scientologists, right? I'm confused, you guys. Yeah, they're still Scientologists. So yeah, whatever. If they have proof against us, they would use it. But they don't have any proof. You see how, like, just they're, like, so out of touch, man. Margaret Shriver, the local spokeswoman for Alarm, said the group wants to get the word out about German actions against Scientologists. Aww. She said she once was ushered out of a boutique. Good. When she told the owner she was a Scientologist. You see? Germans know what's up. But LAPD can't get it through their heads. They're all about the drug-free America. They really think that's real, right? You know, and their overtime gets paid by child labor. Like, none of these cops know, right? None of them know anything. She said she once was ushered out. Okay. She and her husband, Thomas, moved to Clearwater about 2 years ago. Isn't that great? Oh, here we go, you guys. With their 2 children, ages 3 and 6. I don't know, you guys. You know, I always look for the numbers. 3 and 6. Could be a 666. I don't know for sure. But it makes me sad they have young children. But why do they put those numbers in there? after their business went sour. The couple said they owned a company that helped people find apartments. So they're still blaming this all on, like, the loss of their business was German government's fault. Not the fact that you infiltrate schools, not the fact that you abuse children, not the fact that you funnel money or extort money or launder money or any of these things, right? But customers stopped coming after word spread they were Scientologists. See, you see how they twist it? It wasn't that. I do wonder how many people read that article and actually believe that. Today, Thomas Shriver said he is working with the church cult, delivering Scientology counseling. I mean, I guess if he's an adult, I don't care. Do what you're going to do. You want to live in an authoritarian cult, that's your fault. Margaret Shriver said she is receiving Scientology training. Are you getting auditing by children? Inquiring minds do want to know. You're receiving Scientology training. Are you getting audited by children? And likes Clearwater. They really buy into this. There's a lot of discrimination in Germany, she said. I don't want that for my kids. Oh, but you want your kids to be raised in Scientology, where they go to ethics when they're 4 years old, right? I'm over it. So that was Thomas C. Coben spreading the freaking propaganda. And that was, I believe, 2009. I'll put a link in the description box. Like and subscribe if you choose. Otherwise, have an amazing day or night, wherever you are. Peace.